Hello and welcome here to live commentary of the pre-season match between Rossington, Maine and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I am your commentator for this Friday evening, Adam Allcroft, and we are sponsored by Jason Wilson Carpet Fittings. We'd also like to thank many of Stocksbridge's other sponsors, which include, and I'm going to get them up, Airflow, UC Bill, Presto, Steel FC, DB Sports, Future Fires, Genfab and Bradford Brewery. So as the carnival plays off to the left-hand side of me here at Oxford Street, we're all expecting the fun of the fair for Stockbridge's return to football, the first time they've played football since that absolutely traumatic penalty shootout in the playoff semi-final against Stockton Town. We found out that our first league match will be back at the Maps Group UK Stadium. But for now, we have got to prepare, and we're back here at Rossington, Maine. First time we've played them since 2021. A miserable game that was. The Steels did go 2-0 up in that Sheffield Senior Cup match, but would go on to lose 4-2 with Myron Gibbons, who scored an incredible hat-trick in that game, being the tormentor of the Steels, and would go on to do pretty well himself. He's now at Brighouse. Bailey Conway also in that Rossington Maine team. We're at Alfreton. It shows you the talent Rossington actually had in that side. And this is the thing about Rossington. If you obviously had a great year last year, was champions of the Northern Counties East Division 1. They'll be competing in the Premier Division now, the highest they've ever been. And it's because of this philosophy. They like giving players second chances. They sign a lot of young players, often released from academies, persuade them to come down to a low level, and maybe they would think to get your first team football, to get over that shock of being released. If you read any articles about players coming through that academy system, you'll know that players really do struggle after leaving it when they've been told you're going to be a professional footballer all your life, and then brutally find out, no, you're probably not going to be. This is a chance for them to build back up, and they've got quite a few success stories. Doesn't mean it's all young guns. Ross Hanna leading the line for them, was their star man last year. And also on Saturday, where Rossington kicked off the pre-season, he gave Rossington the lead against Doncaster Rovers and the first team Doncaster Rovers as well. This is not a side to be taken lightly. It's a great first test for a Steel side here. It is meant to be a summer evening here. It is not a summer evening. I'm going to tell you that now. It is absolutely drizzling grey skies. We're happy that the downpours are now over and not taking place, but it's not a pleasant night. It's not your typical pre-season night. You know what I mean. Great, beautiful evening sunshine, cold drink, watching the match. Feels bliss, and you start wondering why on earth don't we play every game in the summer? No, this is a good preparation for those winter nights I'll be coming, because it certainly feels like it, and I'm regretting not backing the coat for this one. So we'll go through the teams for you, as we are 2 minutes away from kickoff, though timings can be a bit off sometimes in pre-season, though actually as I say that, they are lining up earlier. So we'll go through the Stocksbridge team in goal. So there is a trialist in goal for the Steels, and it's Jordan Lemon, Mitch Langton, two trialists as well there. So one, we believe, one at centre back, one at left back. Then it's Luke Hogg, the new signing, announced yesterday from Oxford United. Then Ross Goodwin, Ollie Noah, Jack Watson, who returns to Rossington, Maine in his first game for the Steels, Luke Rawson, and Luca Di Falco. There will be 10 changes at half-time for the Steels, and we will go through them with you when the second half is about to start. Rossington will look like this. It's Hill in goal, then it's Shepherd, Huff, Green, Wilson, Sherburn, King, Nelthorpe, Grayson, Manasseh Kayanga, and Ross Anna. So we're just waiting to get it okay from the teams as they are. We're just waiting to see them come out. I can see a few the Stocksbridge coaching staff, Ian Richards and Pete Goldshaw. No Andy Ring tonight, it appears. Obviously, you'll notice there's a few players not there, not going to be in the second half. Ren Townsend and Charlie Oaksby both away for this game. It's the summer after all. These lads have actual jobs and all. They do actually have holidays and they need to go have their break. Hey, just wanted to say hello to the footy man and who's commenting, and Ashton, our media crew, both them too. Thank you very much for listening today. Obviously, the pre-season, it's an interesting feeling because we're always excited to get back, and then we sort of realise about 15 minutes into like, oh, it's not really going to be the full go. So here come the players walking out now. Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the red kit today, with Rossington in their traditional blue, sponsored by Eco Power, a familiar sponsor too for those of us here at the Steels. So we see teams walk out, and just to let you know, we're Rossington. We don't know any of the numbers they're really playing. We just know who's playing. So, and for Stocksbridge, we've not been given any numbers at all. I'm pretty sure they've just been given a shirt that they can find. Ross Goodwin, for instance, is in the number 18. I've noticed. We see Jack Watson in the 11, our new signing. It'll be interesting to see him and Hogg. Today, the two confirmed signings for the Steel so far this summer. So it'll be great to see what they'll be like. It's their first time in a Steel shirt. Jack Watson here at his former club, after all, as well. The club he signed from last year. He's done brilliant for over the last few years since being released from Doncaster Rovers. As Luke Hogg also released by Doncaster Rovers as a youngster. It seems to be that's starting to be a bit of a hunting ground to get some of these former Doncaster players for the Steels. So I'm having to gab on a bit longer than I normally would have because we are lasting a minute longer after kick-off. God, the timing's here. So it looks like you obviously good. Just to tell you, we made a joke. There is genuinely a fun fair happening to the left of us. I don't know how much you're picking up the music. If you are in the comments, please do tell me if you can actually hear the music. It's obviously not going to stop. They do not care about a pre-season friendly happening next door. There isn't the biggest crowd in the world. Obviously, I don't blame it because one, it's a miserable night in the summer, and yeah, I think for a lot of people, the fun fair being there is probably going to be the better attraction. I won't be shocked if some of our players go to the fun fair after this. Yes. So we are going to see a swap of sides. It's pre-season and we're getting a side swap. God knows why. So it's be interesting. We've just got the Stocksbridge faithful to the right of me as well today. All four of them. I mean, no, we actually to say it's a pre-season friendly. That's more than some of the away folders we had for league matches over the last few years. So when there was a game a couple of years ago where there was literally two Stocksbridge people there, and that included the officials. So we are ready to Rossington look like they will get the kick-off in this game with Stocksbridge Park Steels going to get it in the second half for the other side. Just worth mentioning the youngster Ollie Nowak as well, who looks like he's going to be central midfielder of his traditional wing role. Genuinely do let me know if you can hear that music, because I feel like, and here comes the game who's, well, bit of a false start, but the game is now underway with Rossington Main kicking off. So Rossington Main in the all-blue kit, kicking from right to left, while Stocksbridge Park Steels in the all-red kit, kicking from left to right. As Kiange gets it to the right-hand side. Rossington was making the run, but it's going to be dropped deep to the number 8. Tries to slip it through, but well blocked off by Mitch Langton in central defence today. And Nowak was trying to carry it out there before he got blocked off by the tackle. It's a throw-in on the left-hand side. So I think it actually might be a live band at this carnival, because this does not sound like the Kaiser Chiefs, but it is a Kaiser Chiefs. So welcome to Nonley. There's a carnival next door. Yeah, please ask them to turn it down for me. Adam there, Teesdale, I think. Just letting you know, over pre-season, we are going to do our commentaries a bit differently to what we normally do. We're going to try and get members of the committee and other people to join in on us during it, as we obviously, these games can be a bit slower paced. As the trialist there, left back for Stocksbridge, clears the ball away. Tries to get down to Rossington, but it's headed out before it gets to him. It's going to go into the middle stand here at Rossington. The stand I can't read the stand name. What we're in. We're opposite the Maxi Hughes stand here at Rossington. If you know the stage, opposite the bar. We thought that maybe we'd get a quite a dry spot here, but it is actually drizzling a bit in. The weather not the greatest here today, which is why there's only a few of us over here, and all the Rossington fans are packed over into the terrace across there. None on the little benches they have, as it's caught here midfield and knocked out to the right-hand side for Jordan Lemon. Takes a touch, and he's going to go for the shot, and it's well over the bar. Jordan Lemon to trying an effort that was a bit daft in all essence. Almost going into the Rossington play area that's behind that goal. I think they shove the kids who want to play football when they come to the football. So, Jordan Lemon has last season scoring 2 goals, his highest tally ever for the Steels. Ball going long as it's headed on by left to Kayanga, who chests it down. Looking to be his man, but Lemon comes out with footing that allows Lang to tackle it away. It's with Goodwin now, slips it through to Watson, but he doesn't get the touch, but he gets the second step to the tackle. Centrally to Nowak, who is going to take the first touch to initially tackle, but gets it back. Spread leftwards here to DeFalco. DeFalco goes down, finds the overlap with the trialist, but it comes off his heel, and that allows Rossington to collect, and they're going to get a call to Hannah, and he is bundled into by the trialist centre-back there, and it's going to be a free kick about 5 yards into the Rossington half on the right-hand side. So it's even a bit more of a summer of status quo so far for the Steels, as there's only been 2 signings through the door so far, as wants to get through the attack, and they may have found it. Kayanga's going to go one-on-one here. Kayanga goes one-on-one, but it's saved by the trialist goalkeeper a bit clumsily, but he gets it in the end. Kayanga looking a bit rough as he got through, but the trialist goalkeeper showing good composure as he did that, as he was able to save that one-on-one there. Good glimpse from there. Yeah. As he's going to take his time here. Isn't it mad to see some of an undersleeve shirt already this in the summer, in July? Gets it too long, looking for Rossington, but it bounced over him. Watson's going to chase it down to the corner flag. Rossington will know all about him. He tries to keep it, he does keep it, and he's forced to run backwards, and now he gets facing towards goal. Breaks through one player's legs, get it looking to get the second, but he's blocked off there. Passes it back to Goodwin. Goodwin puts the ball in, it's floated over, headed away at a key moment. And DeFalco collects it, passes it back here to Luke Hogg, back to Lemon, who's going to put the ball in, looks for Goodwin, heads it towards goal, and it's just wide of the top corner. Stocksbridge looking good in attack, great ball from Jordan Lemon, Goodwin's headed just wide of the top right corner. Good attacking football from both sides so far in this game. We are 4 minutes gone, and it is 0-0 between the Seals and Rossington Mains so far. Again, a few more fans joining us over here in this opposite stand at the moment. Long ball forward from the Rossington goalkeeper long. Goodwin tries to get head onto it, does get his head onto that somewhat, and eventually the linesman gives it Rossington's way despite the appeals of Jordan Lemon. So it's back here with Rossington now, with their left back. Again, we haven't been given the numbers for all the players, so we have the team. There's only a few guys I recognise from seeing them in other games like Ross, Hannah and Kayanga. Ball goes to the centre here, but he's robbed quickly by the trialist, who passes it back to the other trialist. Welcome to pre-season, everyone. It's not as bad as Grantham Town earlier on in the summer. As well goes back to the other trialist, and then back to the trialist again. But it's the trialist up who's going to clip the ball long here. Nowak's looking to beat his man, but he's going to bounce a bit ahead of him and be collected by Hill in the Rossington goal. If you are listening here on the commentary, please do comment on the YouTube. We will try and shout you out. Thank you very much for listening. As Kanga's trying to get the beating of Langton here, but the trialist comes in and seems to, gets it to Hogg now. Back with Lemon on the right-hand side, takes a touch forward, clips it long, looking for the run of Watson, but the wind just takes it at Mr. Tuno. But that is Hill there, just his footwork a bit poor, almost lets it slip out behind for a corner. Does get it to his right back in the end, though, but a bit clumsy here as it goes back to Hill. He's going to do the more traditional non-league way and send it long, and it's going to be Nowak who wins the head. He's going to send it for DeFalco to chase down this left-hand side. He's going to battle for it physically, but it is going to roll out for the Rossington throw-in on the edge of their own box on that right-hand side. Throw-in goes in, looking to Hannah, who's going to put it back onto the right-hand side, and DeFalco gets in with attack. It's going to be another throw-in just in front of the door of the bar here, and their various advertising hoardings that's in front of it, including Eco Power Skips. Ball goes back to their central half, and it's going to go back to their goalkeeper now, and back into the central half. So Rossington here, building from defence, going to go through the big lad in defence. He does get it through, gets to their number 8, takes a good touch to get away from Goodwin. Goodwin goes in with a sliding challenge, and it's going to be a free kick, despite it being quite a fair tackle from Goodwin. It's a referee's pre-season after all as well. It's time for them to do it, and Ross is unhappy with that, as if it was in the playoff semi-final all over again. But Rossington, about 5 yards into the Steel's half on the left-hand side, will look to see what they can do. I think with the way they try and play football, they are probably going to try and take it short. It is going to go back to their left back here, and he is going to take it short to the centre half, who's just inside the Steel's half, and it's going to go down to the right-hand side. And Rossington looking to see if they can break away into the Steel's fence. That was the second best in the Northern Premier League this year. Down to Hannah on the right wing. Hannah looking to get the space, but his cross is blocked off by Hogg there, and it's going to be a throw-in on the right-hand side for Rossington. They're building an attack here on the 6-minute mark, and it's 0-0 at the moment. Ball goes into Hannah on the right side, back to the right back, who's going to look for the ball in as it goes a bit further back. Rossington clip the ball into box to Kayanga, chests it down well, Kayanga, but he can't get the shot off. Back to Hannah. Hannah takes a shot, but it's into the carnival, and we're going to have to ask, oh no, it's gone on the trees and back into the ground. I thought we were going to have to pay a quid for one of the rides and the ball back. We are going to definitely get copyright strikes, I think, from the music playing at the carnival over there, the fun fair. I mean, it is only non-league, so you can go to a pre-season match and be disrupted by the fact there is all the carnival and fun fair rides over there. If it were raining, I might be tempted to go in afterwards. Ball going long here, but headed right by Rossington, but it's going to go out for a throw-in. Everyone is appealing for it, but it is going to be Stocksbridge's. Langton's going to go over and take this one. Quite a few listeners here today, I can see. Obviously, I don't think we'll get as many as we did at the Stockton game for a while, but there's a lot of shouting as Watson dropped deep to collect it, and he does get it, but he slipped a bit. Tackle goes in, he's out for another throw into the Steels. Balls. It's actually, to say, we were a bit worried for a bit with the downpours that were happening across South Yorkshire over the last few hours. That this game might not happen. I don't think a team would stress to get a pre-season game on, but did as Wilson tries to knock it on, and DeFalco's chasing onto it, and he's forced the Rossington round to clear it, and he gives it to Watson. There's no one in the box, though, as Watson collects on the right wing. Watson pass it back to Lemon, and now Lemon does have some options, and he's going to clip it in, looking for Ross, and Ross heads it through, and it's a slip from Goodwin as he was trying to get onto that, and now Rossington look to break. They're on the right wing now, but being forced to play it backwards here as the space didn't open up. Gets to Hannah, who clips it looking for the right-hand side, and he's going to be touched on to Kayanga, who's going to get it on the right wing, and Rossington a break with some pace, and they are in near the box on the right wing now. Ball going in, but it's going to be blocked off by the trialist left back, who clears it out back to their central defend, the Rossington central defender here, and then knocked further up, and it's going to be actually. It's going to be a free kick for the Steelers because of offside being given. So we are 9 minutes into this game. It is 0-0 so far. Neil Hennessy, UC Build, happy to be listening to the start of pre-season. UC Build, one of our sponsors this year. Do remember, all our sponsors are as easy to get as ever. You can purchase them right on the website. If you go to stocksbridgeps.co.uk, let's go right now because you can still listen to me while you go and buy a sponsorship. Remember, player sponsorships are £100, and if you have a sponsorship deal in mind, get in touch with Roger on rpg.sps@mail.com because I'm sure he can work something out for you. Just back for a goal kick for Rossington right now with their goalkeeper Hill. 0-0 here. Rossington had scored already by this time pre-season, scored after a minute against Doncaster Rovers at the weekend. Ross Hannah scoring that one. A very creditable 3-1 loss to a first team Doncaster Rovers side. Just going to, I know quite a lot of time it's youth sides, but that was a first team one as Goodwin just head this one forward, but it's knocked by the Rossington forward round for the right wing to chase. They're 11 chasing it, and so is our trialist left back. No one's going to get to it. It's going to go out to be a throw-in. Here. So, Futman's asking, are the new lads, Watson and Hogg, doing good? We haven't really seen much of either of them yet. Watson's had a few little bursts of pace, but we're not seeing much of either so far. As the ball's just going to be knocked into the middle, and Goodwin's going to allow the Rossington to kick it, and he's going to collect the second error and get it to Lemon, who first time patch goes to Watson, who we've just been mentioning. And Watson has his fullback one-on-one. He's going to go on the inside, then go on the outside. Clips the ball in, it's lofted. Goal! From Jack Watson! A goal too good for pre-season there, and we were just like, Footy man, you're asking what Jack Watson's like. He's just done his fullback, went on the left, went on the right, get a cross-come shot. I'm not sure he entirely meant it. I'm sure he's going to claim he did. And it lofts over and into the top corner. The Steelers lead 1-0 in pre-season from Jack Watson. Great goal from Jack Watson. We don't typically film pre-season for various complicated reasons. But that's one where you do kind of wish we do dead the camera out anyway. But it is 1-0 to the Steelers now after that strike from Jack Watson. And if he does more like that, he's going to quickly become a fan favourite at Brackenmore. So it's Rossington on the ball now. Not collecting the number 8. Back into central midfield. Hogg's going to go into press. But the pass is going to get off to behind on the right side. But it's well put out by the trialist left back to go forward here. got some space, got DeFalco on the overlap, lays off DeFalco, and then back to the trialist left back. Fantastic sliding challenge, though, stops him, and it's going to go out for the Steel's first corner of the game and of pre-season. Brilliant interplay between the trialist left back and DeFalco there. And it's earned the Seals a corner kick here. It's a fantastic sliding tackle from the Rossington man as well. So Jack Watson, who, as you hear the Friends theme tune, scored against his former friends here at Rossington. So, and now it's going to be the corner kick here. So here comes the corner, swept in, looking in, and it's headed on, and it's knocked into the back of the net, and it's going to count. And it looks like it's Jack Watson again, who scored his second. It was headed on, Lee Gross Goodwin getting a header on, and then Watson on the edge of the 6-yard box has headed it in. It is now 2-0 to the Steels, and Jack Watson has scored another. He is. I mean, I do wonder how much Watson knows about some of the Rossington defenders, and he's trying to play off that a bit, but it's a very, very good start to pre-season so far. We are just 13 minutes in, and Watson has scored twice to make the Steels 2-0 the leaders in this game. And Rossington have the ball back here for kickoff. So it's in central defence Rossington now as they get it to the left-hand side. The left back pushing up, then back in to central defence here. Steels were 2-0 up the last time they played Rossington in the Sheffield Senior Cup. Would be a 4-2 loss in the end as they tried to let Kanga through, but Langton blocks it off, and it's now with Watson again. But a good tackle goes right into him, and Rossington get it back. Watson was appealing for a free kick there, but he's not going to get it. Rossington's going to get it on the right-hand side, just behind the halfway line here. Back into central defence. They look to build from the back here now. Going to go chip it back to their central defender. Steele's pressing working really well. Rawson here is going to continue to press it as it goes back to Hill, the goalkeeper, and Hill boots it away. And it's a good boot, and it's headed on by Hannah. Went up with the header. Noak. He's going to always win that one. And it's clipped long, but blocked by Watson. But back here with DeFalco. Good footwork to get away from his man. Tries to get through to Watson, but defender comes out and blocks it out well. As it's now stuck here on the right-hand side as for Rossington, and DeFalco goes into attack. It's going to be a throw into Rossington after DeFalco's block. So back on the right-hand side here, thrown out here to Hannah, chest it down and overhead kick over the top of him, down to be a chaser for Kayanga, but the trialist gets to it first, gives it back to the trialist goalkeeper, who clears it out well. Headed down here and back into the centre forward position for Rossington. He's been passed all the way by Hogg, and Hogg has given the free kick away there with a bit of a Sherpa, I think, as well. So it's back in. It's a good chance here for Rossington to put the ball into the box now. So when you've got like Ross Hannah up front, who's a born goal scorer, but like I say, they're going to go short to number 2 net. Then they're going to put a ball through. It's headed away. Back to Rossington in midfield. Noak forcing him backwards. Still with the Rossington team as they look to build. And now here comes a long ball into the box. It drops deep of it. Head on for Kayanga. Kayanga's going to get in the narrow angle, but he can't get his foot around it. And it is going to go wide as the ball bounces out quite a bit over behind there where actually quite a few little benches, which would be nice in the summer to have enjoyed one of the pies here. Now, also, I've had one of the steak pies here before the game, and that was absolutely fantastic. She said it was the best pies in the league, and good shout, to be fair. Not as good as Stocksbridge Crawshaw pies, though, of course. Down for the trialist goalkeeper here, who's going to send it long and going to be headed away into midfield and chest it on, and Hogg collecting. He's going to knock it on Watson. Was trying to peel off his marker, but can't, and it's head knocked away again, and going to be tossed in midfield here as Goodwin's going to collect it. Sliding challenge, gets it away from Kanga, peels for a free kick, not given. And they're going to be looking for Rawson now. Rawson's going to get the beating of man. Can he get it before it goes out? He does. Ball goes in. And just a missed header there from Luca DeFalco. If he just connected with it, it'd be 3-0 here. Yeah, as Rossington clear this one away now. Now, Hogg goes into battle for it. It goes to Noak after it comes off him. Back here for the trialist left back. Steps into the middle here to Hogg. Hogg spreads it out to Lemon on this right-hand side. Flips forward. Lemon slides it out like to Nowak. Nowak going to take a touch. Touch. Tries to lay pass off to DeFalco. It's just wide of him and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Nice idea from Nowak, but I think the pass just a bit too much for DeFalco to do anything with. Then back for Hill in the goal. So yes, 2-0 to the Steels so far in this game. We are 18 minutes in and it's been a great start to pre-season for the lads so far. Jack Watson in particular. So Hill here will be sending it long. Goodwin looks to get the header on, heads it away, and going to go out for a Rossington throw on the halfway line on the left wing for the main. So glad to just be back at the football. And then again, I can't say I've been at lots of different football matches since that Stockton match, so it's not been a complete holiday for me, but just nice to be back here behind the microphone, commentating on a game of football that involves Stocksbridge Puck Steels here. As Rossington just trying to build it through midfield. And it's a run from the defender before he lays off to the left back. Going to continue forward, does get it, and he's got some space to work in. He's going to carry on bowling through, lays it off looking for the number 8. But a great sliding challenge there from the trying centre back. We're still with Kenga though, who clicked before it went out. Kenga's trying to get to the byline, he keeps it in, but Lemon's done enough there, and the Steels are able to clear it. Rawson's trying to collect it on his back of his heel, but it's a bit too difficult for him, and Rawson able to collect it in their defence. Like, I can't wait with this funfair here to have to explain this to the YouTube copyright guards, because this is obviously, just as you know, if you want to talk about YouTube boring copyright stuff while we're just having a bit of a battle in midfield as Rossington pass it about. This is not against the actually Rossington is going to take a shot here, but it's straight at the trialist goalkeeper. Yeah, just to tell you, obviously, when music plays like this in the background, and I'm not sure how much it is getting picked up on the microphone, we often get copyright striked because they think we're playing it just as part of the entertainment, because they've got very good robots and bots that sense this sort of thing. But we have to peel it, and we do usually successful in our appeals because we'll have to put in the box. It says, "Look, this is internal music. We do not control the carnival nearby. The carnival's nothing to do with us. Please release it." And in fairness, YouTube usually do. They usually just take ages about it. It's seen about a few footymen saying Watson seems like a good signing. Good. Well, Watson seems like a good player. 2 goals already. Wow, yeah, fantastic start for Jack Watson so far. Though, the ground he's very familiar with. Was joking with him beforehand that he was going to go in the wrong dressing room. He didn't. As we actually have a throw in quite close to the box here for the Steels, as Jordan Lemon's just having to head over the barriers to collect the ball. None of our foot fans willing to be ball boys over on that end, with the drizzle continuing to come down here in Doncaster. As Lemon here will look to throw it down here for Noah, collects it back to Lemon, collects it right footed, finds Noah on the overlap, just needs a good ball in. Noah does send it in, but it's cleared away at the near post for a corner kick. Good work from Ollie Nowak there, who's looking to impress and get his first team appearance in a competitive game this season. Because last year he was on the bench for that the FA Cup match against Marine. That chance to have 7 players on the bench helped him. And this is a good chance for him to try and impress. And Noak's going to take the corner as well. Corner's going to go in low and going to be booted right back out again. Goodwin was charging. It's actually going to be a Steels throw in as well. So Lemon, who'd gone back into a central defence position to cover for the counter, has to take the slow saunter over for the throw-in here. So it's just... How's your summers all been in the comments, by the way? Because we ain't got any... we got to take time. Yeah, because we don't have other scores to update you here. We probably do, but I'm not looking. As Lemon here is going to take the throw in now. Just take it, going to get it to Hogg, who gives it back to Lemon again. Back to Hogg here. Good little turn here. Gets it to the midfield to Nowak. It bounces a bit, and he's good trickery to get behind it. And go to DeFalco, who's on the right-hand side, still back to Lemon. First time crossing, cleared at the near post. And it looks like it might just go out, but Rossington are actually going to keep it in and try and get the counter, but they only get back to Langton, who's going to take a bit of time here and sort forward before knocking it forward, looking for a good win, but blocked off by the Rossington central defender. Lemon's going to attack on the attack's going to continue for Stocksbridge here. But we're going to continue looking for the runner, Goodwin down the right side. It's a good run, and eventually it is blocked off by the Rossington 6. And it's out for a corner kick for the Steels. Third of the game. Luke Hogg this time going over to take it. He took the corner that led to the goal earlier on. Everyone seems to be going up for it as well. So Hogg here, another new signing from Ossett United. Obviously, some Steels fans will remember him from a brief loan spell in 2018 when he came from Guiseley. And since then, he's been to play at several different clubs. Recently, Ossett United were player of the season. And now the right footed corner from the right wing is going to go into another low corner, headed away at the near post. A few sub crosses our way and defending the near post well. Back to Nowak, who's looking for the space here on the right hand side. Going to clip a hanging ball towards the right, but it's too far for anyone. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Nice idea, though. We are 23 minutes gone in this game so far, halfway through the first half. It's Rossington Main 0, Stocksbridge Park Steels 2. We are. Thank you for everyone who's listening to our commentary, sponsored by Jason Rawson and Carpet Fitting. All the details will be put on our Twitter, of course, and will be on our graphic at some point today as well. As we'll also tell you about some of our other sponsors and how you can get involved in sponsoring Stocksbridge Park Steels later on. As Rossington slips over the ball, and this might start to attack before a bit of a heavy sliding challenge goes in on Watson, who Rossington, I think, now put a marker on after his 2 goals earlier in the game. So Hogg here will flip it to Langton, then back to Hogg. Hogg gonna knock it forward here, looking here for Noah, but it's blocked off well, and Rossington will build and look to have the counter attack. Now, down in the centre midfield, it's a poor pass from Rossington. What Rossington trying to get on the ender, and he does. And he's trying to get away. The nipping of the heels he's getting, and eventually a tackle comes in from the other side on him. Goes back to Lemon, who clips it long, but walked off by the Rossington defender, who's going to carry it out. This is the thing with Rossington, they're just very confident in the ball. And they put a long ball for Hannah. Hannah was clear, but the ball's too long for him. It's going to go out for a goal kick. This is the thing that you get impressed when you have come to watch a Rossington game, is just how confident on the ball they are. They are very, very happy to pass it out from the back, and they pass it out well as well. Sometimes you'll see non-league teams try to pass it out from the back, and obviously I don't watch Rossington every game, so I don't know if they do come a cropper because of it, but they don't ever seem to feel like they're going to. We've had one little instance the goalkeeper looked a bit uncertain, but they seem to be well-grounded players that are used to passing from the back, which I suppose what happens when you get these lads from the academy who are probably trained from a young age to do it now, is that it is the thing, as much as I know some people moan about it. Ball going long, look for Goodwin, but it's just going to go straight out for the goal kick here. Rossington's going to get the throw-in now. So throwing going in from Rossington into central midfield, then clip long into midfield, but only for Hogg to clear it away. Rawson's going to look to challenge for the header, but he's beaten to it, and it's head away and into the midfield for the home side. And back onto the right hand side for them. They clip it onto Kayanga, who takes a decent touch back into the central midfield. And then the ball is switched over to the left hand side where there's a bit more space for Rossington. Wilson back to defend, and the ball gets beyond anyway to Hannah, who just sips back a bit and is looking to see if he can get the ball in right footed. He's on the left wing. He said he's going to clip left wing, loft the ball into the box, but well claimed by the trialist goalkeeper with Kayanga. Look, okay. Ball going out quick here to the trialist left back. He is quick, this left back. One touch pass here from Watson, gets it to the left hand side for DeFalco. DeFalco's being forced to cut inside. He's going to go right footed ball into the box, but it's too long for Rawson to try and get onto it. Back with Hill, the goalkeeper. Now back with the number 3 here for Rossington. He's going to mill on forward, clip long here to Hannah, but well blocked off by Lemon. Then gets it to Goodwin, who tries to get past in midfield, and he does eventually, and he was looking for the ball over top to Watson. He is offside, though. The Watson looks very disappointed with that decision. Hill going to step up to take this one. So back here for the goalkeeper. Hill is going to clip it long here, looking to get it to the centre forward. It's not right for Hannah, who takes a good first touch. His pass is clipped a bit by a Stocksbridge defender, and that's why it's gone with Jordan Lemon now. We're going to pass it back to the goalkeeper, whose first touch pass goes to our left back. A bit of passing from the back for our defenders now as well, as the trialist left back clearance is charged down, and then it's going to be a Steels throw-in on the edge of our own area now. So 27 minutes going into this game, 2-0 to the Steels, both goals from Jack Watson. A fantastic cross-come shot with his right foot from the corner of the box for the first one, then a header in the 6-yard area for the second. Shortest man on the pitch, I think, as well, getting that header. As it's with Lemon here on the right-hand side, but he's lost it to Kayanga. Kanganga's going to carry the ball here, lays it off to the left back. Cross goes in, it can be blocked by the back of Lemon, appeals for handball, definitely not. And now Nowak has got it in space after it's been cleared out. Sorry, I'm not used to commentating after so long. Nowak going to try and get some trickery down the left-hand side. He has been caught by the defenders here. He's going to lay off a DeFalco on the left-hand side. Falco's going to put the cross in. It's over the head of Falco, but Watson gets the header, but the header is a bit too high there. And not more height than it had length, and it's going to be collected by Hill there. Watson now looking for a pre-season hat-trick, which I can't remember the last time, if ever the Steelers has it. Kanga's running at the central defence now here, with a few step-overs, misses the tackle of Letman here, but Goodwin comes back and collects it. Pass back to Langton, who clearance is blocked by Kayanga, still in the Stocksbridge defence, still looks a bit dangerous as he goes to the Trials left back, who does eventually get it away. So with DeFalco now, cuts inside, and then back into the trialist centre-back. Trial centre-back going to clip it long, looking for Watson. Chests it down, Watson, bit of space, though 2 men now around him. Watson steps back to Goodwin. Ball through, tries to get it through there to Hogg, but it is blocked off. It's with Rossington. Again, now the ball going through to Hannah. Good touch here away. It goes to their left winger who's going to look for Campbell with this pass. It's a great pass. Kanga in the box on the left-hand side. Still got some work to do. He's going to cut inside, right-hand side, shot curls and hits the post. And then it's cleared away and it looks like it's, I think the rain and the wet pitch is just going to hold it up and stop it from going out, and Lemon's able to collect it before it goes out. The closest Rossington have been as Kayanga curls it onto the far post there. As Rawson gets a trip there in the halfway line, and it's going to be a free kick to the Steels. That's what Kayanga offers Rossington, loads of pace and trickery, and he's able to just create a bit of space for him with a few little moves, and that's what he did there, but just didn't have the finish. He had the goalkeeper beat him, but the woodwork coming to save the Steels here now. Langton here going to clip it long, looking for DeFalco, but it's going to be headed away from him to Noah, who loses out on that header, and it's back with Rossington's midfield, who are going to build out there, but it's blocked off by Hogg. Well, tries left back, I'm sorry, as it goes now to DeFalco on the left-hand side. But the offside flag is up for DeFalco, and it's going to be a free kick for Rossington. 30 minutes gone in this game so far, 2-0 to the Steels so far. So just Rossington trying to build here from the right-hand side. So it's just in the centre midfield. He's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper now. So even the goalkeeper's kind of happy just passing from back as he does there, though. Watson's going to go in and press, and he's going to have to go back to keeper Watson, continuing to press as Hill has to hastily one-touch clearance it out. Try the centre-back, tries to take it away, but it's going to bounce through, go to Hannah, who's going to look for his reinforcements, and he's got 3 of them now, but some of the Stocksbridge players back. There's a few slips happening as the trialist centre-back slipped there as he was getting back onto the right wing for Rossington, now looking to beat the trialist left back. Crosses deflects by the transfer. Hannah gets the header in, and it's in the back of the net. Rossington have one back. The deflection there allowing Hannah to peel away into space, and he heads in, and it's 2-1. Rossington have one back, and some Steels fans may have some reminders of when we faced them in the Senior Cup, because it's similar. So Ross Hannah there, that's just movement there and being aware of absolutely everything, you know. It's come from a deflected cross, which is very frustrating when it happens, because the left back, the trial left back, has done all he can to block the cross. But in the end, that's allowed Hannah just to get the space. It's wrong-footed the defence a bit, and he's managed to get the goal, and Rossington back in it. It's 2-1 Steels now. I do notice, by the way, just as we have the goal for Rossington here, that the music has stopped as if it's anti-goal music. We'll have music when there isn't a goal, but when there is, no music at all. So back here with Hill now. Hill's just taking his time here. Hill going to send it long here. Looking for Kayanga, who gets it good touch, wonderful. It falls backwards though. Like sent back in and blocked off by Watson, then back to Langton, who's going to come on looking for DeFalco, but blocked off. Then back now with Kayanga. Kayanga is getting harassed a bit by Goodwin, but this fight appeals for a free kick. He's going to carry on with it, and now it's going to go to the right back. DeFalco trying to block him off, but pass is going to get through anyway, but it's going to go through everyone and back to the trialist goalkeeper. Now, so we are on 32 minutes here, 2-1 to the Steels after Ross Hannah got one back for Rossington. So it's going to, send it long here. Look for Rawson, but it's going to go over top of him and bounce a bit awkwardly for the Rossington defence. They have Garrett, it's like Watson being there looking for the mistake. It's cleared out to Noka, gets a touch, but then only back to Rossington, who's going to clear it long. Look at Hannah peeling off for the run, but headed away by Langton. Now back for left back here for Rossington, and he's going to charge forward. Had plenty of space to move into. Looks for the pass to Hannah, but it's just go back to Langton. Now back to Lemon, and his pass is being caught out by Hannah here into the midfield for the number 4 here. Referee was a bit in his way there, and the pass to Ryan's well cut out by DeFalco. Now back to the trialist left back who clears it upfield. Watson looking to cause problems to the number 6, but he's going to head it back to Hill, and Hill very quickly rolls it out to the number 2. Now, as Rossington adding some pace into their game and really trying to pick things up to try and see if they can level it here. As Nowak robs it really well in midfield. He's going to go down the wing here. Turns away from the tackle. Pass it back to DeFalco, who evades another tackle himself. Then back to Hogg, who's going to take a touch pass through here to DeFalco again. Going to look for the run on the left wing, but no one was making that run. And it's going to be just marshalled out of play for a throw in about a few yards away from the corner flag for Rossington. So down here on the right hand side, throwing down the line, headed away back into the box by DeFalco, but then headed away again. Goodwin's going to head it back in there again, and it's a bit of head tennis. Hoggy going to take the touch here to Lemon. Lemon looking for the pass through. It's Goodwin, but Goodwin can't get it under feet, and Goodwin smacks his hands in frustration at not being able to make the most of what was a good pass there. And it's now Goodwin who's charging about to make a good sliding challenge there, but the free kick is going to be given for that, which is a strike. I thought that was an absolutely fair, fine tackle. And John Lemon's very angry with that decision. Been a few decent slide tackles in, a bit obviously aided by the slick pitch, thanks to the rain we've been getting all day. You won't think it were middle of summer, would you? With our grey skies here and drizzling weather. As Rossington get the game back underway, they're going to try and switch it onto the left-hand side. They do. Kanga chests it down. Back to the left back, though, for them as they look to go the defence. Ball going right foot to diagonal ball, but that's going to be too high for everyone and claimed by the trialist goalkeeper. So, here to the trialist left back now. 3 trials in the starting lineup. Here, ball down in the end, and it's going to be blocked off there, and Rossington get it back into midfield now. It's a very heavy touch, and that allows Stocksbridge to get on here. And Ross going to have a chance to run a defence, bounce off him that tackle, and Watson's going to get it. Watson looks to take it past man. Watson takes a shot, blocked by the feet of Hill, and Watson coming close to his hat trick. He's only got about 5 more minutes to go get his hat trick before he's subbed off for the second half, but he might be pleading, can you keep me on? I want to get the hat trick. It's a corner kick anyway to the Steels. Ball just falling right for Stocksbridge after all that, but Luke Hogg going over to take the corner. No pull today, no Turner until the second half, so a Hogg on corner duties. So he's just taking his time as we see some of the second half Steels warming up over at that end as well. Here comes the corner. High corner look for the near post, but confidently headed away by Rossington. Nowak gets to the second ball though. His touch has taken him onto the left wing here. Takes pass to Hogg, who's going to try and chip the ball in there, but that's headed only higher up into the air there. And Langton's trying to follow it. It bounces a bit awkwardly. Rawson's trying to follow it on, and it's been cleared onto Rawson, then out. And I think that will lead it to being a goal kick. And the ball just bounces a bit weirdly at times. It's a bit like it's on AstroTurf the way the ball's bouncing sometimes. Obviously the slick pitch, the wet pitch, causing a few little surprises to some of the players at times. We are, I say 5 minutes out, 10 minutes. We are about 36 minutes into this half. It's 2-1 to the Steels as it's headed away by the Stocksbridge defender trialist. Watson gets away, he's instantly tackled, and I think he goes in a bit too heavy there with his trailing left leg, and it's going to be a free kick just inside the centre circle in the Rossington half. Rossington coming more into the game, despite Stocksbridge having quite a few chances at the first start. Get a lot of good play from Stocksbridge, a lot of good play from Rossington. Whatever from the first half, both of these teams are going to be very happy with what they've seen from their teams, I'd say. Obviously, Rossington will be disappointed with some of the defensive things. Steels will be disappointed with their defending as well, but I mean, a lot to be positive about so far in the first half for both teams, which is what pre-season is about. It's not about the wins and losses at this stage. It is about getting warmed up, getting ready, and making sure that you are ready for that first game of the season, which for us will be against Stockton Town, as Jordan Lemon comes over here to take the throne. My former commentary partner from last season. Frank going to go down the line, is looking for it. Going to go down like a good win here, chest it down. Back to Lemon's going to clip it long, looking for Noah, but headed away from him. Lemon's going to allow that to go back out for a throw as it goes towards his general direction. So it's back with Lemon now, who's taking his time with it. He's going to big long throwing down, look for Rawson, who's been harassed by two defenders. It's going to be almost head out, but Lemon kept him with his chest as the ball just smashes the post in front of me here. Yeah, and if it weren't for that post, I would have been hit. So thank you, post. Paid my day on that one. Lemon here is going to throw it down here to Noah. Touch back, trying to cut inwards. Try a bit of his footwork to get through, but he loses the ball, and it's going to be cleared away. Blocked by Hobb, but back with Rossington midfield. On the left-hand side, they're going to one football long for Kayanga to try and chase, but an on-rush in. Trialist goalkeeper is going to collect that one and stop that attack. Ball going long here from the trialist keeper, looking for Rawson. Can bounce over the head of the Rossington defender. Rawson going to chase it down. It looks like it's going to battle for it. I think it came off Rawson last. I thought it came off Rawson last, but we are going to get the corner kick here. So no corner from the right-hand side. I think that's our fifth corner of the game so far. The first one resulting in a goal for Watson. Hogg going over to take this one. We've seen four of them taken by Hogg, one by Novak. No one wasn't particularly impressive, though, in all honesty. Here comes Hogg's corner, low, flat, and then going to go through. It's bouncing around to area, get kept in there, saved at the bottom corner there. I think it was Mitch Langton who turned that one goalwards from the edge of the area. It's going to be another corner from the opposite side. It is Hill getting down to his right-hand side, keeping that one out and stopping it being 3-1. Hogg now switching over to his opposite side for this one. Hogg's corners, noticeably, they don't have much height on them. They're very low and very interesting to attack. Noah's going to offer himself as a short option. He's going to take the short option here. No, heavy touch from Noah, first time out. Going to be faced up with a man and trying to beat him. And he does beat him. Leaves him on the floor. Takes a short pass here to Watson. It's deflected and into the arms there of Hill. Noah, the youngster who scored in the first pre-season of last season against Handsworth. Looks to do the same again today, but they're laying off well for Watson, and the deflect shot actually helping Hill more than hindering him on that occasion. As it's going to be charged down this right-hand side here for Rossington. The trialist left blocks it off though, back with Hogg, who's going to take the pass out to Watson. One touch pass back to Lemon now. Lemon going to take the time over as he takes it forward, looking for his options, and he's going to come along look for Watson to beat the man of his run, and Watson is going to get it on the right-hand side here. Cuts backwards here very quickly and leaves it to DeFalco, who sliding challenge stops him there. It's a really good sliding challenge in the box there. Some great sliding challenge so far in this game, and it's going to be cleared away now with Rossington. It's got with Hannah on the left-hand side in their own box. Looks for Kayanga there, but bit of shot put between the trialist and Kayanga. Steals get it away, but he's going to midfield for quite a few blue men to just mass onto it, and it's now down on the right-hand side. Ball cut to Kang in the middle, chest down behind him, forced backwards here, and then ball looking for Han in the middle. Back heel here to number 8. He's going to be pushed over a bit by Lemon, and it's going to be a free kick about 2 yards from the edge of the box for Rossington. 41 minutes gone, and Rossington with a big chance from the free kick. As we hear what I presume is a karaoke singer singing Living the Leader Loca. As some of our fans give a chorus here and are backing singers to our right. I'll challenge them to do it on the proper microphones for you all later. I bet they turn shy then. As we look like it's the number 8 here for Rossington who's going to take, I think, Ross Hannah also standing over it. Ross Hannah's already scored once. We need all this 3 minutes of injury time. I didn't think we were even at the 45 mark yet. Oh, Rhino said, thank you, Richard Hayes there. Give me those. Here's the free kick. Rossington going to take this one left-footed, blocked by the wall and into the head of the man. Second volley goes straight at the Trials goalkeeper, who spills it a bit and goes on. It's Jordan Lemon who's taken one to the face, who's going to be a bit slow to get back up here. Not first time I think he's got taken something to the face, but he is up and now finally. Stinger that one. Soundly down. So back with the trialist goalkeeper now. It's going to send it long here, looking for Rawson, but headed away by Rawson. Only going to go back now here to Nowak, who is tackled and it's going to go out play. It's going to be Stocksbridge ball just a yard into the Rossington half on that left wing. Trialist left back taking his time here as he throws it down the line. It's going to be headed away by Rossington into the midfield where Hogg collects it. One touch pass gets it to Lemon on the right hand side, who gives it back to Hogg. Hogg looking to see what options he has. He's going to take it forward himself before getting the pass into the right wing for Watson. Watson here looking to clip in, finds Lemon with some loads of space on the right wing. Lemon puts the ball in. It's a bit of a weak ball in, and it's cleared away. And eventually, Lemon is going to, well, he's looking to go the right side, but it's going to bounce out and be a throw in here. Lemon here will have it on the right now. Goes it to Watson, back to Lemon, takes a touch, tries to knock it into the box, and it is going to be DeFalco trying to chase it just a bit too far for him, going out for a goal kick. So 44 minutes gone, we're going to have 3 minutes of added time. I'm probably going out of time because it's pre-season and often we don't. Unless there's a miscommunication, I wouldn't be shocked. Into the midfield here for Goodwin is trying to press him deep, and he does slip over, but the free kick is given, and Ross Goodwin really upset with that, and Jack Wilson especially, because he would have been in for the hat-trick if that had not been given. So as we get towards the end of the half, do want to thank a load of the Stocksbridge sponsors this year. Obviously, our commentary sponsor, Jason Rawson Carpet Fitting, but also Airflow, UC Build, Presto, Steel FC, DB Sports, Future Fires, Genfab and Bradford Brewery. Thank you very much for supporting the club. Without their sponsors, the club would not exist. If you want to join in and sponsor us, no matter how much you contribute, there is a sponsorship package for you. If you want to go on our website, stocksbridgeps.uk, you can pay right away on our website for a hoarding, for a player sponsorship. Quite a few of our players still need sponsors. As the half-time whistle goes here, in 2-1 Stocksbridge Park Seals, the first goal coming for the former Rossington man, Jack Watson, getting down the right-hand side, a bit of trickery gave him space. His right-footed ball looked more like a cross, but it floated into the top corner and beyond Hill to give the Steels a lead. Just a few minutes later, the Steels were 2-0 up. Hogg's corner was headed on by Goodwin into the path of Watson, who made it 2-0. Rossington did get one back. A deflected cross allowed Rossington to peel into space and head it in to get one back. It's half-time. We're going to see an entirely different team for the second half of Stocksbridge, apart from Langton, which you'll see on our graphic in a few moments. We will see you in 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back to this pre-season friendly between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Rossington, Maine. It is 2-1 to the Steels after a brace from Jack Watson for the Steels and then one back from Ross Hanna. Who else was it likely to be for Rossington? So we're trying to look to see if there's any changes over on the Rossington way, but we're not too sure yet. If we know of any, we will try and update you as much as we can. I think it's going to be a bit in pre-season in terms of updates and stuff. Even Pete Goldsworth's not off the pitch yet. There has been a complete 10 changes for Stocksbridge at half, as much like last season, we're seeing very, very different sides play either half. So we'll go through them with you now. In goal is Daniel Emery, the under-18 goalkeeper from last season. Then it's Bailey Ty Baker as the game just goes underway there. Mitch Langton, a trialist centre-back. I believe it is. I think it's the same trialist centre-back, so just 9 changes. Actually, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner, Thomas Poole, Alex O'Connor. If your favour was the Steels get all right on the attack, but an offside flag stops us there. So yes, Thomas Poole, Alex O'Connor, if your favour, John Hennessy, the goal machine of the under-18s, who, despite only joining halfway, became the top goal scorer for the under-18s. That's how good he was. And then Lewis McCaskill, who I'm going to have to be very polite about because his partner's just a few seats away from me, and his son, who I think is going to be sleeping after having a bit of a tantrum. Anyway, so Hill's just kicking the ball up along here for Rossington. And the ball going along, and it's going to be chased down here by Hannah, who gets the first touch onto it, but then the trial centre-back collects it and goes back to Emery, who gets it through here to Tinker. Tinker in a bit of trouble there, but he's able to click to McCaskill, takes touch, lays it into midfield for Thomas Poole here. And it's going to go down the right wing here, chased down here by Baker, but it's going to be now out for a throw-in. Hello, welcome back to the half. So Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the all-red kick, kicking from right to left, while Rossington Maine in the all-blue kick, kicking from left to right. Always a nice colour combination. This one is blue. It's just direct blue versus direct red. As Rossington are able to clear it out. The singers are back and they continue to go through the Ricky Martin discography. As Ross Hanna is looking for a banger of his own. And he's going to go for the banger of his own. He gets the but is it in? Oh, it's headed out now for a corner. I thought that was a banger of its own as we hear Ricky Martin she bangs. But it's going to have a corner. It smashed off the bar. It was a fantastic effort. I thought that might have crossed the line, but I saw the net move anyway, but it's not, and it's going to be a corner kick. Anyway, Rossington in the corner. What a way to start the half that is here in the 46th minute. I do apologise. Having not done this in a while, my voice is not exactly coping well at the moment. And here comes the right-footed corner in near post, blocked out by Tinker, and then collected by Poole, who's going to be out now for McCaskill to chase. McCaskill to beat him his marker, and he's going to put it long at Fabu's, demanding the ball in front of him. So's Hennessy, but it's going to be blocked out. And going to go for a corner kick for the Steels. Very quick counter all from Lewis McCaskill. The ball just not making it to John Hennessy there. So corner kick here for Thomas Poole, the usual set piece taken in the one blind spot I have here in this corner. So he could be doing anything. He could be dancing to Ricky Martin as in, but I don't think he will be. Ball here going long, looking to be the far post, and it's head away, but not completely. Going back to O'Connor, going to take the shot, but it's over and into the trees, which stop it going into the funfair. That could be an interesting discussion for Rossington Maine to have. Can we have a ball back, please? No, it's a prize on hook a duck now. Back here for Hill now to take this goal kick. So Hill will take his time over this as we've had a very quick start to the second half. Interesting to see, obviously, the fresh Stocksbridge side doing that. Some of them haven't played with each other yet up against the, well, obviously played in the whole entire first half. It's going well for Austin. They got handed down the right wing. The trialist, though, centre-back is coming well with a good tackle. It's going to be a throw-in on the right-hand side. This trial centre-back having good showing so far. He's gone out here. Only trialist on the pitch at the moment. As this drizzle continues to come down, throwing goes in back to the number 5 Rossington. Not the greatest control, but he is able to get it back out here. Evades a tackle on McCaskill. It's a bit of trick there from this number 2. He gets down, sliding challenge from Turner stops him, but it's still here with the number 11 who's going to put the cross in. Emery claims it well. Good work from the keeper who is wearing leggings, I've just noticed here. So he's going to get some stick from some of the old Stocksbridge fans here. Oh, look, it's a Richard Hayes in the wild walking past. I can't broadcast what he's doing. I suspect that he dances to all these songs when he's at home. As Fabu here, he's going to clip the ball over the top, looking here for the run of McCaskill, but well claimed on the edge of his area by Hill. All right there, kind of tried to block it off, but into the midfield. Both teams being very attacking in this second half. It's making it a lot more interesting than the usual pre-season fare. Back in centre half for Rossington, and they're going to now pass it back to Hill. Hill going to clip it forward. As he's missed header there by the trans centre back, but Langton's coming back and he's now going to head it back for Emery to get. Emery's going to go to ground as he collects that ball. 49 minutes gone so far. It is 2-1 to the Steels. No goals in the second half as of yet. Langton going to look for the run of McCaskill. He's found it brilliantly. Will the ball just hold up before it goes out? Play does. McCaskill is just able to get it before it goes out. McCaskill cutting, looking for the ball in, but he's been blocked off well. Takes past to O'Connor. O'Connor looking for the shot. He's going to take it on his left foot now, but it's fairly simple save for Hill. O'Connor already having 2 shots on goal so far in this game. I think that's some of the generator smoke coming over the trees there from the fun fair. As I've just seen, that is actually a bit not good looking black smoke there over the trees. That is actually, I actually don't know what this is because we are getting a bit of that coming over now. So it is a throw for the Steels over in their own half now. As the Steels fans have made their way back here. I'm counting. Look, 7 Stocksbridge fans here in this stand. Stand takeover, like in the old days. As Tinker sends one long, if Fabu going to chase it, it's going to bounce a bit awkwardly. Fabu trying to muscle it out, but he's headed away and beyond O'Connor. But back for Poole. Poole is looking to get on the right hand side. He's giving a push and a trip, and he does get the free kick out of a bit of a light one. But it's going to be a free kick here. So, bit of a long range, about a 30-yarder here. And who else but Thomas Poole to stand over the ball in the number 19 shirt. I didn't even know we paid for 19 shirts in all honesty, so that's some nice news for me there. And Thomas Poole looking at it to see if he can get some pre-season heroics of a free kick. Here it goes. Shot goes low and just saved, and it's Hennessy keeps it in. It deflects off the back of a Roster player, and that is going to be able to clear it. Hennessy, though, great movement from Hennessy to be the first man on it as Tinker collects here, being harassed by Kayanga, but he's going to cut in, and here comes Tinker charging forward, but pass through is blocked, and this might allow Roston to go on the counter-attack. Tinker, who's, I swear, they're growing a bit of a mullet here, is able to get back, but the ball is switched, and Baker's going to get another touch on that to knock it out to be a throw-in. So, just want to take a time to thank our sponsors here. As a thank you for Jason Rawson, Carpet Fitting for sponsoring. Actually, we're going to stop here as Hannah going to peg on back, but it's blocked up by Langton, and now it's going to be passed out play here to Turner, who's going to dash. It's a poor pass. Well, not poor pass. It's a poor collection from Poole. It's going out for a roster throw. But yeah, thank you to our sponsors, and just want to also thank many of our other main sponsors, which include Airflow, UC Build, Presto, Steel FC, DB Sports, Future Fires, Genfab, and Bradford Breweries for their grateful sponsorship this season. We thank you very much for helping us out as the offside flag goes up on Ross Hannah and the Steels get a free kick. So it's back for a free kick for the Steels. Now. Hello, Richard.
Hello.
As it goes back here. We've got plenty of listeners today. I think we had up to 18 listeners earlier on today, you know, in this game. For pre-season playing on some league games. Everyone's eager for the Steels to be back. Even if they're not eager enough to get down here to Rossington. It is, I can't blame anyone for wanting to stay inside on a night like this, in all honesty.
Say like Harry. Should he's there, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Well, I thought Harry was going to be at every game, you see. You know, that's what I was told. That was the in the know thing, and the ball's passed back to Hill here. Hennessy going to charge him down, but the ball's going to be aimed straight at us. Don't, Richard! I've got a laptop here, and you dodge out the way rather than try and block it off.
Life insurance.
Yeah, my laptop don't have it.
Club's not paying for it either.
Rossington will be paying for it because he was their keeper. Anyway, back with Tinker here for the throw-in. Now, Tinker wrote it down here to O'Connor. But try to get back to Tinker, but I think it went out to play. It did go out to play. Hey, O'Connor there a bit. Well, pre-season rust, we'll call it. It is the Steel's first friendly of the summer, if you can call this summer. It's kind of mad. You look at Europe, they're having this massive heat wave now, 40 degrees in Spain, and we've got this. We will take about 10 degrees of what they're having, I think, off them. It'll help them and it'll help us. As ball goes long here for Rossington, but Langton's going to cover it, take the touch, and get it beyond Kayanga, and then out. And it's going to be the Steel Strokes that came off a foot of a Rossington man as it went out here. I wonder if Rossington have a traditional bench for this game, as in just like about 7 players like you'd not typically see in a game. So they're going to play it more like a normal game you see than obviously the Steel's doing the entire team swap. And Rossington are going to build the attack here. And Ross Hannah's got space. Ross Hannah has a chance to go one-on-one here. He's going to go one-on-one. Great save from Emery. It was straight at him, but he palmed it up in the air, collected it now. And that is a good feather in the cap of the young Dan Emery. I'll take a save from Ross Hannah, one of the more experienced and renowned strikers in non-league. Though Ross Hannah will probably not be happy with the quality of that finish. As I think there's a Rossington player down here in the central defence, injured. Is that a picture of Ben Townsend, I see, sunbathing? Oh, Townsend. And he's not listening to this either, I don't think. Is he listening to this? Oh, hey, Ben. Sorry, one of my other co-commentators from last season. I'm going to get a tweet in a second, aren't I? Tell me if I get an angry tweet from Ben Townsend. As we have just a brief stoppage here. By the way, if any of you've got any song requests for the singer over there, we'll try and get them over to him so we have a nice backing tune. He's already done Mustang Sally and AC/DC and all sorts. He's got a repertoire. Can't sing very well, but he's got a repertoire. So, just so as this, we look like we are going to get back underway in a second. Hey, even Gareth Curtis, one of our former players from last season, is paying attention. Oh, saying didn't take long for Ross Goodwin to make a foul. It didn't, did it? He's back off the pitch now, watching. So we're just waiting for this game to get back underway. He's underway again with Langton passing it back to Emery. Ball going long here, and it's going to be headed right back away. And Langton's going to head down into midfield, but collected by the number 11. Collected in the midfield, it's going to be some passing in the middle from Rossington. It looks quite nice, actually. And they've got that pass by Tinker, who slips over in the space for the number 4 for Rossington. He's going to put the ball in, and he gets a touch. It goes behind him. There's a almighty tussle, and Hannah's going to get a free kick. And there's a bit of a coming together between Hannah and the trialist centre-back here, who go chest to chest, the referee. Blows his whistle a few times to tell him that he's in charge, really. And it's going to be a free kick for Emery to take. We are 57 minutes into this game here. As Hannah will show, as the song goes, but Hannah will probably blame it on his bit of adverse anger there on the buggy. Whole ball from Emery there, but it goes right back to Rossington, right into the feet of them as well. It's in with their number 4 now. Now it's still in central midfield. Ball goes through and well tackled there by Turner. Turner's going to quickly look to get it to Hennessy. Hennessy controls it well. Looking to get back now, looking for the pass. And it's just a bit beyond Tinker there. So that's just an interesting thing from Hennessy. Did well with a lot of men round him, but the safety pass back to Tinker, he didn't make Tinker have to chase back for it. So that didn't work out for him there. The ball goes long here again, but headed back away. And into midfield for Poole. Now back to Turner. Turner going to get back to McCaskill. McCaskill's going to go one-on-one with his fullback, but he gets 2 to help, and those 2 have got it away from him. Actually, he's going to get it back, McCaskill, and then eventually Rossington get away. McCaskill appealing for a free kick, but I think he's still not got up yet. And now Kayanga is going to go one-on-one here. Kayanga, one-on-one for Rossington. Great save from Emery, but it's a great save. I just wondered if it just almost bounced on the post, but it hasn't. It's a fantastic save from the 18-year-old goalkeeper. Honestly, that was a great save from him there. The lads, Kayanga is obviously, great going forward, really quick, has a lot of tricks, he's a lot of things he can do when he goes one-on-one, because he can take it past you, but Emery's done a great job to spread himself absolutely massively, get a good palm onto it. It did go behind, I did wonder whether just a bit of stutter in my voice was I thought it was just going to round into that top corner for a second, but no, he's going to go out and give a corner kick to Rossington. Here comes a corner in, going to float over, going to bounce in the box, and Turner's just about two headers and a boot away from Curtis Turner. Going to go to McCaskill now, who's trying to keep it in, and he's going to be pushed around a bit, but McCaskill does really well to keep in, gets essentially to Poole now. Poole going to look it long, and Hennessy is going to look to the beaten, and he's given the clear on the offside, but he's a bit too far ahead of him, and back with Hill now. Back into central defence here. Yeah, as O'Connor tries to harass, but evades it. We haven't seen Stocksbridge attack much recently. It has been more Rossington in the recent moments of this game. Oh dear, Richard's coming towards me with his phone grinning. It normally means bad as John Hennessy looks to see if he's beaten man. He's got the old kick from the off for the linesman on the left-hand side, looking to get to the touchline. Can he peg it back? Foot goes in, puts the player on the floor, lays back to a Fairwood, who just needs to turn. He's looking to turn to a Fairwood, shoots. Swan! Scored from last season. Turns well in the box, shoots, and it's 3-1 to the Steels here. Fabu getting the goal. If you're Fabu, who scored the last goal for the Steels, then scoring again now.
Yeah. Stephen Kirky sponsored.
Huh? Stephen
Kirk,
sponsored by Stephen Kirk there, just getting a reminder, who sponsored Ify Fabu, and he's been rewarded already. 13 goals last season, he'll look to beat that tally. I know Fabu can sometimes be a bit of a frustrating player to watch, but when he is on it, there's not many players in our league that can really touch him, especially fullbacks, as Ross Hannah's just going off as a substitute here now. No idea who's coming on. We'll have to listen to see if there is an announcement from the media team over there, on the opposite side to me. So it's back here in number 4 as him just pat around Ross in midfield. 3-1 to the Steels now. Now, 61 minutes gone. If you're Fabu getting one, work from John Hennessy leading to that. Hennessy can claim an assist for that one. The young forward. Came from Hallam Wisewood last season for Mark Fretwell's side. Right? Now he's a very clever player, Hennessy, I find. Got that absolute goal scoring instinct, but there he should turn creator. As Rossington passing around in the midfield, number 4 coming forward, looking to get it to the left-hand side where there's plenty of space though. Fabu has come back to defend, and that's forced him to pass it backwards here. Still with Rossington now. Pressing it forward into midfield to Kayanga again on the left hand, and then back into midfield. And now it's Kayanga. Can he get the front meeting? He's managed to get it through. Shot goes inside, netting for Kayanga. Tricky little player there, managing just to get the better of the bounce, but sends it into the side netting. Already been foiled once by Emery today. As I think Lewis McCaskill's biggest fan is stirring over there and isn't quite happy with what's going on. But we're winning 3-1. He should be very happy. As that passes it, solid Tinkershaw, and the number 11's gathered it. It's going to cut inside, been blocked off, looking for the pass in. Chester down here, Kayan collects it, Kayan takes it up, well blocked there by the Steels, and O'Connor heads it away. Also onto the left hand side here for Austin. They're still on the ball here. Ball clipped forward and going to be blocked by Steels. Going to be a Rossington throwing. As we get a bit of pulp on the singing now from the fun fair. Ooh. Oh, that was a note he couldn't hit as well. Anyway, Stocksbridge hitting all the right notes at the moment in their performance. 3-1 up as Turner gives away a foul there. And it's going to be a free kick to Rossington about 10 yards into the Steels half. No, most non-league sides would punt this one in, but we are probably going to see this get passed around. But that's why the way Rossington like to play, they do play some really good football, Rossington. That's the reason they were champions of the Northern Counties League Division 1 last year. I see Lewis McCaskill's son just is out of his waterproof pram now after having a bit of a tantrum. Anyway, ball going to go in and then cleared away first time by Turner. Very high up into the air though. Oh, it's McCaskill who heads it back away, but only to the 14, not very far. But McCaskill goes in with a good tackle and going to see the counter attack. Can McCaskill continue it? Going to look for the run of a Fabu, and Hill's come out well out of his box to clear out back away. Going to go back for Emery to collect it. Had to judge that bounce well, or else Hill could have had a very unexpected goal here. Rolls it out now, and it's going to be not long by the trialist centre back, headed back away by Rossington to the number 11 into midfield here, and then back into central defence, then back to Emery. Good play here so far from this field. Well, from Rossington, and Steele's to play really well and all. Ball going long here, try to get to Kanga. Kanga tried to put his foot on it, but it goes beyond him, and now it's going to go back with Emery. So Emery just taking his time with this. Going long looking for Faber, and the bounce has allowed Faber to get in. He's going to try and tear down this right hand side, but it caught in his feet a bit of Faber, and that has allowed a few of the players to catch him up, and he's forced to pass it back now within the midfield and then cleared away. And Kanga might have the beating of his man here, but actually no, great speed from this trialist centre back who's now able to pass it back to Emery, and now it's back with the trialist centre back. Going to pass it forward to O'Connor here. And back all the way back to Emery again, who's going to get tested with his feet because the number 4 for Rossington's going to keep him honest. Ball long for Emery, looking for a Fabu, but headed back away from him. Turner's going to get onto it. Turner out a good touch, and on the right hand side, going to slip to a Fabu. Still in the Steel's half here as it goes back here to Baker. Baker going to carry it on as man Louis McCaskill, the son of Louis McCaskill, could cry because I can hear him from here. Ball going to go long here, and he's looking for McCaskill, going to go beyond him. Tinker's trying to get on the end of it, but he can't. It's going to go to be a Rossington throwing very near the corner flag. 66 minutes now gone in this game. It is 3-1 to the Steels in this opening pre-season game. This is a repeat of Rossington's first pre-season match as well this season. They lost 3-1 to Doncaster Rovers, which for me means we are officially as good as Doncaster Rovers if we also beat Rossington Main 3-1, and we should instantly be in League 2, maybe? No, I have no idea if that excuse will work, but it won't. Anyway. Throw goes into the middle and then clipped over, and it might go back to their left back. Actually, it worked out quite well despite the man who did it, slipping over. Now back to Hill, a bit beyond him, Hill. Hennessy's going to look see if he can make the most of that, but he does get to him, passes it out, but McCaskill misses side challenge and gets the man and all. I think McCaskill's going to get, well, it's going to be a free kick, and McCaskill's going to get a telling off for that one. So ball going to go to centre back here, and he's going to be tossed around in the defence here for Rossington. They are able to beat the press with the ball over the top, and they have some space down the right wing here with the number 7, who's cutting inside, and lays it off on the number 14, who's going down the right hand side. Good tackle goes in, and then Tinker's going to carry it away and clear it out, blocked off by Rossington, but out for a throw, and Steels get the ball back. Tinker going to throw it down, looking for Hennessy, but it's blocked by the number 2, and out for another throw in here. Tinker's going to have the ball right in front of me here on my commentary position. Now, so just wait for him to come collect it. He's not exactly rushing over to it. So, yeah, because we're 3-1 up, there's the official interview with Jack Tinker during the game. We're going to go with a quick throw now there down to a Faber down that side as he spots his run. A Faber gets it caught under his feet a bit, and he's managed to spin out to it. And a Faber going to put a ball over the top, but it's just over the head of Hennessy there. I always forget that you can actually hear me. I'm not in a bubble here. As it's just not to end now, it's going to be back here with Turner. As it's going to go through and be blocked, still in the midfield here. Hello, McCaskill, little Louis, as he falls over in front of me. Louis McCaskill, a young year, just took an absolute jeer from one of our fans. So, poor little baby. No one. As it's back here with Bailey Baker. Back to Langton now. And it's just in our centre position. And he's going to look to get it through, looking for McCaskill. And McCaskill going to have the beat of his man here. Can he keep it in, though, is the question. It's a little push, McCaskill, and that is what gets the centre defender to get the ball back. Great, smart, physical defending from Rossington there. And then Tinker gets penalised for the original happiness. As soon as, before the whistle went, Lewis McCaskill just booted it against the Rossington man, which is not a great example for his kid watching. Back for Hill now to take this free kick. Going to send it long here, but it's back for Baker, who's going to boot it right back up. Afebu, who's going to look to collect it, but it's still bouncing quite high. He's shoved off the ball, essentially, Afebu, and he's back into the Rossington defence, who send it long here, and it's going to be a bit of an awkward one, but Emery's going to judge it and collect the ball into his arms there. So it's still here, so on the right-hand side here, so do you think if you quite a few of these Steels players are still unsponsored? That includes Jack Watson, who scored a brace in the first half. If you are interested, go to stocksbridgeps.co.uk. You go into sponsorships 23/24. You can buy it directly on the shop for £100, and then we will get in touch with you for your logo and anything like that for your business, whether you want to do it in a personal or professional capacity. As here goes Rossington. We've got a bit of space. They're going to look for the break here. As the number 4 has a load of space as he drives down the middle. He's looking for the number 11 on the right-hand side. He finds him. He's going to go one-on-one with Tinker here as he cuts inside. I'm going to try and pass it across the edge of the box, but it's cleared out now. Faber looks, he's going to try and get it. He evades the sliding challenge. Can't evade the second one. Faber goes down, gets the free kick, though I think it was a bit of a fair challenge. Faber doesn't look particularly happy with that challenge either. But Faber was only halfway to the goal, so nothing's really going to happen. I swear. It's one of my favourite songs, this Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. Fantastic. He's not doing a good job at it, but I like the song. So, it sounds like they're done, the band, for now. So, Paul's going to lay it off here to O'Connor on the left-hand side. Back here to the trialist centre-back, who's going to do the full 90 minutes, looking to do the diagonal ball, look to the right-hand side, but that is headed away. Look it back for Poole here, who's going to pass it back to Langton, who's in central defence, in his own half at the moment. Clip it long over the top, and going to be headed on there by, Baker. But I think it's going to just trickle out there. It's very close to qualifying, has trickled out to be a throw-in. Yeah. So it's 71 minutes gone in this game. As Stocksbridge looks to start another attack. McCaskill lays it off here for O'Connor, but it's a short pass, and Rossington intercept and will build from here. They're looking to get the counter, but Tinker stops the counter attack. He's going to clip it over the top, looking for Hennessy, but the offside flag was up. Rossington, though, intercepted it, and they're going to carry on play here. Hey, look, Louis McCaskill's coming back. Has he finished the tantrum yet? Nope. I got a shake of the head there from Paige. So he's going to be back for Daniel Emery here. Just taking some time, Daniel Emery, over this, as I think there's just some Rossington substitutions happening. Kayanga is the one going off, so I officially don't know any of the Rossington players now, so the quality of the commentary is going to nosedive even further. So that's going to be interesting as we just wait for Emery to get going and the players to return to the pitch. We'll see what the Rossington subs can do. We are less than 20 minutes into this one now. So back now for Emery, who's going to send this one towards the halfway line. Poole heads it, but it's going to go back for Turner, and Poole collects, and Poole going to look to get the counter. Bit of Turner pace from Poole as he tries to charge down this right-hand side. Poole slots to slow it up as he waits for reinforcements. He's forced backwards by his man. Gets a little nibble at the heels, but he's going to pass it back now here to Turner, who's going to get down the right-hand side. With Acre here now back all the way here. Still with Stocksbridge as they're going to look to get it cross-field here to the trialist centre-back now. He's quick, this young trialist that we got here. Tinker now has it on the left-hand side. Tries to get it through his block, though, and then with the number 11, Tinker's going to try and make up for that, but he's missed his tackle as well. and has clipped along, and the trial centre back has been beaten for pace by the number 16 here. 16 gets in on the right hand side. He's got no reinforcements, though. He's going to pass it back to 11 now, and here comes the ball clipped in, headed away. Yeah, and then number 4 is the first man to it, and then the trial centre back gets a foot onto it. It's out for a throw in here. So, out to be a throw in here. So it's Rossington with a throw in about just on the edge of the box. The Steels back to the number 5. Tries to get the ball back to the throw-in taker, but blocked off by O'Connor. I've said blocked off a lot. I've been using all phrases. It's my first one back. It's my pre-season too, is my excuse for any crappiness. Throw goes in back to number 5 here as Rossington look to build through, but it's a bit of a clumsy one there from Tinker, who's not happy with that decision, but it is going to be a free kick to Rossington. Now, it's going to be a free kick here taken by number 11 as we are starting to filter towards the end of this game now. We are 16 minutes away from the 90-minute mark. Here comes the number 11. Ball going to be going lofted towards that far end. It's going to be headed towards goal and across the 6-yard box and out. It's going to be a corner kick as well. So last touch from a Steels player. So corner kickers. To the right of me is just a normal football day. To the left, the flashing lights of all the twirlers and all the other different rides that they have over there that I completely forgot going around. Ball goes in. Emery misses that cross, but the trialist centre back clears it. Saves his blushes there as it's going to bounce in midfield and dead, but Rossington collect it. They're going to try and knock the ball to the right hand side, high, loft the ball. They have collected it and knocked it down well. Caskell's gone in with a good tackle as it. Well, he misses the second challenge and Rossington have it back there. But 19 takes a good first touch there. As it's some nice passing from Rossington. They're trying to slip into the box there, but well blocked off and stopped. Back onto the right hand side here, number 4. And it's going to be with Rossington now, number 11, trying to put the ball across the box here, but it's going to go beyond everyone on the left-hand side. Rossington chasing it down. No, it's all Rossington at the moment, and as they put that ball in, it's blocked off, and it's going to be another corner kick to the home side. So we're 75 minutes gone in this game. 3-1 for the Steels at the moment. The 1-0 in the second half, where if Fabu scored, Jack Watson scored twice in the first half. Ross Hannah scoring the one Rossington goal so far, but Rossington will look to add to that with this corner kick. Here comes the corner going in. Emery claims it really well under his own crossbar. It's been a really good performance from Daniel Emery, the former under-18 goalkeeper. Ball being rolled out here. To Baker. Baker going to knock it over the top here. And it's going to be a good ball here for Hennessy, but he can't get the touch off. I think the Rossington man, and it is going to be a corner kick. The Rossington defender is really unhappy about it. I was just looking because I weren't too sure. Especially with the appeals of the roster player, but the number 5 is still upset as if it's a league match still. But the Steels do have a corner now. And a chance to make it 4-1. Quite a few players up for this one. Pull here, we'll take it. Out swinger going in. Hill misses the punch and McCaskill just can't get onto the end of it. McCaskill going to chase it down now. Oh, McCaskill, look at it, such he's going to get past his man. Nibble at him and he goes down and he gets the free kick close to the edge of the penalty area on this left wing. And these are the set pieces you love to see because they're so hard to defend. And you love to see for your own team. When it's your team, you get absolutely nerve-wracking because you think it's definitely going in. Pull of it because it's going to be an in-swinger for him, so it'll be a chance for him to curl it and maybe even nick a goal himself if he gets a bit lucky with this. But with the way that Rossington defended, I don't think that'll be even possible. Actually, Rossington defended incredibly deeply from this one. Here comes the ball swinging in and punched away by Hill and almost still into the top corner. Another corner though for the Steels now. Some good pressure from Stocksbridge. I think the rain the drizzle is still going, but I can just see a Little Mermaid part as well being played over there. From the fun fair. Wonder if any of the rides have spray painted Disney characters on them. As Pool's going to put this one in, headed away by Rossington. McCaskill's looking to be first one onto, but actually it's going to be O'Connor. Takes it and he's looking for the shot. O'Connor's going to take it now. Curling, shot by Spun. Hennessy peels it. But the offside flag is up. John Hennessy thinks he must his first goal on the steel shirt, but the offside flag has stopped him there. But okay, while it was offside there for the Steels, and obviously that's disappointing for Hennessy, who thought he had got a goal there for the club. It's just that is what you get from Hennessy. He's just a proper goal hunting striker. He will make that run every time and gamble on the keeper spilling it every time, just in case. Because yes, 9 times out of 10 the keeper collects it thing, but that one time, like what happened there, Hennessy will look to get on the end of it and tap it in for a simple goal. That's what you get from him. He makes the runs. He's always making the runs. He's always looking to be the person in that 6-yard area. He is a traditional striker in that sense. He's not the Harry Kane drop deep type, collect it there. He is a traditional in the 6-yard area, trying to get any scraps he can to knock it in the back of the net. And he's always making a run where he wants the ball so he can take, within 3 touches, take the shot that goes in. As here on the 79th minute, the Seals lead 3-1, very close to 4-1 there though. As I almost slip over and fall over this very narrow bank I'm stood on. Which would have been, well, thank God the video camera went in on me then. Almost fell. This is very narrow back here. Go through to Fabe, who headed away and then knocked away by Rossington, and a good little touch that's took it away from the tackle of Turner from Rossington. They're still in their own half as McCaskill there tried to wrestle the player down. He couldn't even do that. But it bounces a bit awkwardly for Rossington, but they're going to carry on with 16. It's trying to break through, but the pass is poor. It's going to go back now for the trialist centre-back, who's going to take a few touches and send it through. Here, looking here for Hennessy, but it's going to bounce on it, and it's collected by the Steels. By Rossington, I mean. Who me? And Stocksbridge get it back there. Rossington wanted the foul. It's not given. Hennessy just trying to go through, but it's well cut out by number 5. And this is the thing. Hennessy won't drop back and collect it like maybe some strikers would to make sure they keep possession. That seems to be the more modern way. He wants to gamble on the mistake. Wants to gamble on it going through and then being able to go one-on-one. It's quite old-fashioned in a way, but you kind of love it. And in fairness, Fretwell's team didn't play old-fashioned in the under-18s, but it worked because they needed a goal scorer and they made a lot of chances that he then took, which is why he just seems to score a hat-trick every week for the under-18s. So here, I've just noticed actually it is just a full Disney soundtrack from the Fun Fair now. But I don't think Beauty and the Beast song, the actual song Beauty and the Beast, is actually, I don't think it fits the tone of a Fun Fair, to be honest. So sliding challenge goes in from McCaskill, it's penalised. There's a few sliding challenges where they get the ball, but the referee's penalising it anyway, which is a strange one. Anyway, it's a free kick to Rossington. You can see they're taking it short as they've taken the vast majority of the free kicks. They're going to take the shot though, blocked by Poole. Back to the number 2, who's going to head it onto the left wing. Poole's continuing to challenge and press for it. Going to try and force it on the left wing, and they're going to get it down that left-hand side. And it's a good-looking ball. Here comes a low cross in. Just needs a finish, and it did get a shot on, but it's wide of the goal from Rossington. Good play, but wide as the striker got onto it. Let's see if we've got any tweets in or anything like that. Just favourites on the moment. As Stocksbridge just give away the ball and give it out to a throw. It'd be a Rossington throw in. I have no idea what Sam Finlay or Ben Townsend keep doing in our Twitter mentions, but I'm scared to ask at this point. He's going to go through. Faber's won it from that throw in, and he's going to try and charge through. He might break through here, Faber. If Faber does is he turns on the afterburners. He gets a slight push down though, and that gives him a tumble. No free kick, definitely no free kick. I would disagree with that. As well as McCaskill collects it from the clearance here. Good touch. Sends the defender wrong way, gets to a Faber, no offside because of a defending deep. A Faber who's charging the box on the left-hand side, lays it off here for Hennessy. It's a poor touch from Hennessy, and that allows Rossington defender to take it away, and that's unfortunate. There. Stocksbridge win it back in midfield. Well, with Turner, who just gets it behind him, and that stops the quickness of it, but he has kept the ball. Back now for Becker here, who's going to just move it a bit in his own defence here before putting it to the right now. And then back into central defence here. Anyway, back in the central defence still for Stockbridge. They're just passing it back with each other. Back with Emery now. He's going to clip it along looking for Turner. Bounces. Turner just keeps it in with his head. And a bit of a high foot from Turner there. He tips it. Nothing given though for it. Turner still has the ball. Back to the trial and sense back then to Turner again. Turner's going to look long and look to try and find the run there of Baker, but well too far, and Hill will collect that one. Anyway, ball goes, it's still with Rossington in their midfield now, the number 2, back to the 5. McCaskill covering, but he gets it through anyway. Rossington will push forward. The number 14 here gets it to the 11. Back into central midfield, and there's some good play, but that pass there, you can tell the movement not quite right for Austin as it goes behind the attacker and out for a Steele's throw in here. So back with Tinker to take this throw in now. So we're just waiting to see. Throwing goes into O'Connor, chests it back to Tinker, who takes a good touch to take him beyond the man, and Tinker's going to drive forward, ball along through here. A favour McCaskill have got the beating of the defenders, but the ball's too far and out for a throw-in. So back to Rossington. So it's been a fun game this as we enter the 85th minute now. So 5 minutes left. I don't think we'll see added time really in a pre-season. We don't tend to. And I was a friendly the other week where it ended exactly on 90 minutes, which is just the referee just timing it to perfection. As Austin just clipped the ball forward, but it's going to go out for throw-in. It's going to be there throw-in. It's going off O'Connor last. I think it's been a fun game, been really good for Stockbridge. Stockbridge over recent years have been quite poor in pre-season in terms of the results. But today's been a really good performance, a lot of good attacking. Jack Watson, the new signing, obviously performing really well. He's a bit unlucky they didn't get a hat-trick in the end. And just to play, there's been a lot of good performances here from everyone as McCaskill wins the ball out here, simply through to Hennessy here. The keeper's out long here. Hennessy's just judging it. The defender's back, so he's going to pass it back here to McCaskill. Sliding challenge bundles McCaskill over, and it's going to be a free kick on the edge of the area. Smart play from Hennessy, not taking the finish, and gets to McCaskill, and then this time, and McCaskill, they were looking for the shot, but he was bundled over by a trailing leg. It's going to be a free kick in the edge of the area, and this is Thomas Poole grabbing it instantly territory. So Poole here will definitely be looking for the shot. Scored a few free kicks last year. That I think we have good memories. That Pontefract Collieries one, which was just an epic free kick, one of the best goals of the season. But that's not what won the award in the end. Poole did win the fans' player of the season, though. As we look to see what the Stocksbridge Grealish will do. Lofted ball goes, and it's off the bar and in. It's 4-1 to the Steels. Thomas Poole with a lovely lofted free kick. It almost seemed to go into slow motion. And the Seals will collect quite a comfortable, big pre-season win here today. So 4-1 to the Seals. Thomas Poole showing that his set-piece prowess has not dimmed over the summer. One of the older players for the team, but especially as this team gets younger and younger, it seems. But a great free kick from him here, and Rossington will restart now here as we have in the 87th minute. Onto the left hand side now to the 7 of Rossington. I want to get one back here. As McCaskill tries to get the side challenge, but it's not. It's going to be here into the midfield now for Rossington. Number 5 pressing forward, cutting diagonally. Forced pass it back a bit. Faber's going to collect that one. Bit lax from the 19, I think it's receiving it. Faber's now going to look for the run of McCaskill, but it's a poor ball, and it's just going to go back to Hill here. Yeah, I think that goal's just topped off what had been a really good performance, a really promising pre-season friendly performance for the Steels. And again, we'll see you again obviously on Monday. That's the next friendly against Maltby Main, and be interested to see how we go against a very different sort of side. Maltby a much more physical team than Rossington are, so that's a different challenge, a different thing to learn, and a different thing the Steels will have to deal with. McCastle just misses his tackle there as it goes midfield, but Poole crossing all the way back to number 5 as it goes back. Obviously, when we face Maltby, we'll be seeing some familiar face over in the dugout as Lee Thompson will be there. So that'll be interesting to see, especially if we see if he comes on. I don't know if he is going to still play this season, but might have a little run out against his former side, and the side he did manage for a few games as a caretaker. Tinker going to have it here on the left-hand side as we enter the 89th minute. O'Connor here just turns back to Tinker now. All the way back to the trialist centre-back. Who then gives it over to the right-hand side here. To the other trialist centre-back. There's 2 trialist centre-backs on at the moment. I've realised. This is tried to get a favour, but it's bounced off him, and Rossington able to collect it here. So it's just being clipped in Rossington defence now. And Rossington going to clip it long, looking for the far end. And it's going to now go all the way to Emery. Oh, the band's restarted now. And as the band restarts, the game ends. So Stocksbridge Park Steels have won 4-1 in this friendly against Rossington Main in the first half. 2 goals from Jack Watson, giving them a 2-0 lead before Ross Honor pegged one back for the Main. And then in the second half, it was a goal from. Oh, I almost got the goal there now. It was a goal from Ifia Fabu. There we go. This is my pre-season 2. I'm a bit rough and rusty. Ifia Fabu with a turn and shot within the box before it was capped off by the end by a Thomas Poole free kick that crashed off the bar and in. So it's 4-1 to the Steels here for this pre-season. Thank you for listening to this commentary. I've been Adam Allcroft. We are sponsored. This commentary is sponsored by Jason Ross. So carpet fitting. So please, if you also need some carpet fitting, talk to them. We will be back on Monday evening for the friendly against Maltby Main, and we'll look forward to seeing you then. We will thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.